Hola, hola, hola. Happy Cinco de Mayo, man. We back with another episode of What It Is Radio. Clout Chaser, blogger, flogger, and Burns. What's good?
Bienvenidos, my friends.
Bienvenidos. Is that how you say that?
No chase.
Yes. Buenos tardes. Or maybe that's good afternoon.
What's up, man? What's been up with y'all?
Oh, man, it's been a great start to spring, man. I can't lie, man. Enjoying my best life, man.
Yeah,
Went out to a tropical paradise.
I saw you had a big-ass trip out there, man. I saw you.
Oh, man, you know, a little pre-Cinco de Mayo funk.
Got the little bit of sunburn on your scalp. I see you.
Oh, man. I forgot all my sunscreen at home, you know what I'm saying?
What's up
Didn't
with you?
think that through.
What's up with you, Clout?
Chilling.
You look like you chilling, man. You got the shirling on the beach.
Yeah, man. What's going on over there? You got that fur coat? Where you at? Hawaii? Where you? Cold Chaser 253.
Blogger, what's good, man? You get your tacos in?
I did, sir. I did. Happy Cinco de Mayo,
Happy
my
Cinco de Mayo. Man, what does Cinco de Mayo
Cinco
even
de
mean,
Mayo.
man? What is
friend.
Cinco
Who
de
the fuck cares?
Anybody know what it is? It's a day to
Oh
drink.
man, you
means
know
drink.
a lot of people think that it's Mexican Independence Day,
Uh-huh.
but it's actually not.
What is
It actually is. It's not even a big holiday in Mexico, believe it or not. But there was a Franco-Mexican War. The French tried to invade Mexico because Mexico was broke and they had a gang of debts that they couldn't pay, and so Napoleon III tried to invade Mexico, and so they went to war.
Hey, now, Burns.
And
Wait, I don't mean to cut you off, man, but while you was in Mexico, did you happen to pick up a smoking habit?
yeah, you know, I started smoking on some.
You
I
sound
was drinking a Jalisco.
You sound a little more gruff than usual, man.
You never know. I might have contracted COVID on my trip to Mexico.
You sound like one of the Mexican announcers a little bit.
Hey, Nacho Libre goes for the pin. Got him. Oh, a double suplex. 1, 2, 3, got him. Yeah, no. So on a serious note, actually, it's a battle. It's the Battle of Puebla Day, and it's a huge victory for the Mexican army. And it's not a big holiday in Mexico, but believe it or not, America decided to turn it into a huge commemoration for Mexican culture, and now it's led to what it is today.
So what
would you
me?
describe it as?
You mean to tell me they don't celebrate this shit over there?
It's not a big holiday for them.
What about Taco Tuesday? Do they celebrate that?
I feel
Or
like
is that-
every day's Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that just
Or
Tuesday?
is that just? I think it's. What do you think, Blogger?
Yeah, every Tuesday is American holiday, Taco Tuesday. Also in Mexico, celebrated in all of Latin America. Every
So,
Tuesday.
are you going live in the bathroom right now, or what's
Who, me?
going on? Yeah.
Oh nah, bro.
You got a hell of an echo. Hey, man, over here in the comments, man, Pipsy Hustle said, where the weed at in Georgia?
Oh man. What do you think, Clout Chaser? You got an answer for that?
In Georgia?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
No. Here's a question for you, Clout Chaser. Being that it's Cinco de Mayo, did you smoke any mota with that special someone, with a special señorita?
No.
We always appreciate your thorough candor. How about you, Bloggy? You was cooking up some authentico, or what was you doing over there?
No, I went to the taco truck, bro. Stood in
what?
line like every other American.
Hey, you know what?
Huh?
You know what, man? Hold
Gotta
on. You said the taco
Shut
truck.
Taco truck on 38th, bro.
Are they
You
good?
know about, oh God, bro.
Because you know what,
Oh, my
last
God.
time, that's why I cut you off, because last time you told everybody to go to Mimo's, man. So you like on Mexican food recommendation restriction over here, man.
No,
You can't be-
Mimo's was in clutch. Remember we said clutch.
Yeah, we gotta
Remember
verify your Mexican picks, man, because that
No.
Mimo's.
Yeah,
Mimo
where
is
was you
over-
at, man? Shout it
No,
out.
he's-
Where'd you
38th Street, bro.
38th Street.
38th.
Oh, you talking about Antojo and Toho?
No. You know
No.
where that OPC repair place is over there? Little Chinatown, Tacoma.
Oh, okay. They got a new spot over there?
The truck has always been there forever. That's where the kids
Wait,
go
by
for lunch.
Lincoln? Is that by Lincoln?
Yeah. By
Oh,
Lincoln, yeah.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That truck fire, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, that truck is fire.
Now, what was you talking about, Slap? What's that spot?
Oh, and Tojo. You know that one? They got one on 56.
Antojo?
They got one on
56?
56. They got one on 38th. They got one out there in Chocolate City. But man, really, if we gonna get some Mexican pics, hold on, man. Let's call a Mexican.
Oh shit, that's racist.
How is that racist?
Oh shit.
First
I
of
don't
all,
know.
Mexican is a nationality.
Your call has been forwarded.
Oh shit.
So
They
the
must be
motherfucker be like,
watching. Hey, lo siento.
Fuck that. I'm
Lo
calling back.
siento for
let's call a black guy. That's fucking
I'm
racist.
calling back.
Your call has been forwarded.
Okay, fuck it. Never mind, man.
Goddamn.
Mexicans don't want to talk to me. They too
want
busy
to
partying, man. Happy Cinco de Mayo. What else is going on? Call me
Hey,
niños.
shout out to Los Tamales. Los Tamales on 72nd, right by McKinley. Actually, Golden View. Hit it up sometime, people.
Hey.
I don't know about that joke.
Hey, man, do you think they celebrate Juneteenth in Mexico?
Absolutely not.
You know what? Being that we're the Weed Radio Show, let's look it up. And real quick for that comment, where's the weed in Georgia? It says that it's not legal in Georgia, so be very
Oh,
careful.
well, see, there's no weed in Georgia because it's not legal, man. I thought he wanted directions to the nearest dispensary. Now, Bane, do we have anything in the news, maybe?
Believe it or not, man, they do. It looks like they might actually celebrate Juneteenth in Mexico.
Do they? It's a lot of black Mexicans, man. People don't know about that shit, man. That's a little known fact, man. It's hella black Mexicans.
Many descendants of the black Seminoles escaped from U.S. slavery in the 1800s and settled in Mexico. And they also celebrate Juneteenth.
Okay.
Little fun fact for all our Wii Radio fans out there, you know what I mean?
That's what's up. Okay.
Now, what we're saying, was there anything else in the news?
Yeah, what else is going on in the world, man?
Oh man, probably the best news that Washingtonians could have ever heard today. The governor, everybody thought that we were going to go back to phase 1, maybe phase 2.
We're not going back to phase 1?
Nope. We put a pause on everything. We're keeping everything as is. So everybody's in phase 3 for 2 more weeks, and it sounds like they're not going to drop down no more.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's
Sounds
up,
like
man.
business is taking too much of a hit, and you know what it is, man. When them governments can't get money from the businesses, ain't no tax money to get.
Now that's
So,
something.
No lives matter.
That's something to celebrate right there. That's something to celebrate.
capitalism at its finest.
I was nervous about phase 1, man. I forgot what phase 1 felt like. Like everything is closed in phase 1, right?
Phase 1 was tough, man. That's when everybody was hibernating. Remember, you weren't going nowhere. You were stuck in that robe.
Man, I'm still stuck in this road. Don't get it twisted. I'm still in this.
You wasn't
road.
going nowhere.
Yeah.
That was tough, man. It was brutal, man. I mean, a lot of people didn't go anywhere for months on end, and everything was closed. All the restaurants couldn't serve anybody in the restaurants. I mean, have you been out and got a little something to eat or drink?
Oh
out
yeah,
there or
man. I've
something?
been going out. I've been back again, man. Everybody, I'm feeling a lot better, man. It seems like everybody that could have caught COVID around me already caught it and shit, so we good.
Yeah. And how's it looking for you on the vaccine trail? You still sitting back and watching?
Man, I'm gonna wait to get the final version. Like niggas right now, y'all taking the beta. That's the beta version of the vaccine. I'm gonna wait till they get the finalized version with all the variants included and shit. You know what I mean?
You to wait till the iPhone 3 version comes out, right?
Yeah. I want
With
the
the dual
I
cameras.
want at least the XS or something. You know what I mean? Don't give me the 3G. I want the real
Wait.
shit.
Well, you know what's crazy, Blogger? I'm pretty sure you've been up on these news headlines, but did you hear how UW, the University of Washington, is going to force all of their students to get vaccinated in order to go to school there?
Absolutely.
What's your thoughts on that?
I think all them bitches need to be vaccinated, period.
So are you gonna get vaccinated?
Absolutely not.
See that?
Now, I thought you were, now you're second year law at UW, right?
Yes.
So is that just, are you transferring out, or what's the future look like for you?
But basically, I'm just going to go ahead and just hold out and just take the semester off.
You're just going to take a semester off?
That's it.
Now, would you consider, now this is a good one, if there's any students watching right now, would you ever consider trying to get your vaccine card forged to say you got the vaccine in order to go to school there? What do you think, Slap?
I'm still trying to get over your voice, man.
Man, what do you mean?
I'm still trying to get over the elephant in the room, man. Your Sabado Gigante is.
Sound like?
It sounds like Sabado Gigante.
Oh, fantastico, magnificente.
Oh man,
Here
hey,
it comes.
I don't think anybody should be forced to take a vaccine, man. They don't force you to take the flu shot. You know what I mean? Like I don't think anybody should be forced to take a vaccine. Even though our kids, you know, they got their shots to go to school and shit, but that seemed like that was important shit, like chicken pox and polio and shit like that. But this shit right here, that's too soon to be forcing people to take it, man. I don't know how I feel about that, because what if they try to force us, you know, just regular people to take this shit?
I mean, it kind of feels like, you know, in a way, it's like they're trying to say right now that this is the new polio vaccine or the new measles vaccine.
But you know what? They start off with the students, right? Then they'll fuck around and go to, I don't know, like some type of workers or something. Next thing you know, you can't do shit unless you got vaccinated. Like you gotta put your foot down somewhere, man. You gotta stop that shit. I don't want to take it. I don't think,
me neither.
I don't think anyone else who doesn't want to take it should have to take it either. You know what I mean?
I agree, man, because I think that one thing that I keep coming back to is it doesn't make sense that it's free, because they're touting it like it's free. Everybody come and get the vaccine. It's free. We got you. And the government's paying for it. And I just feel like, what does that mean? I mean, Blogger, you tell me, man. What does it mean if the vaccine's free for 350 million people?
It means like they want you to take it.
But can you see the budgetary outcomes from that? Like, we're going to be taxed so much. We're going to lose so much money, our future, our kids. I mean, that's a deficit. How much money is all that going to cost, you know? A vaccine can't be cheap.
I mean, we have indefinite amount of cash, United States, you know that, right?
Are you being facetious right now?
I'm absolutely not being facetious. I'm saying that we put together a $4 trillion package for 339 million people. Explain that shit to me.
That we got a lot of people think we got an endless piggy bank that doesn't exist.
No, that the last stimulus package was like $3 to $4 trillion, and there's only 339 million people. I mean, that money has already been allocated for the fucking virus or whatever else is supposed to be taken care of during this crisis, and that money is just printed out from the Federal Reserve.
That makes the value of the dollar go down.
I mean, it makes the value. Everybody's doing it though. It's not just us. Everyone's doing it. Every country. So I think it's collectively help. Absolutely.
So
the other countries been giving away for free.
So what is it?
Shit.
What is it now? Like kids are getting food stamps now, right? And there's gonna be monthly money, right? Is that the new proposal or whatever?
It's already out.
So everybody's just getting money?
If you go to school from home.
If you get it.
Where does me? I didn't get shit, man. I didn't get none of the shit I was supposed to get, man. I was supposed to get the PPP loan because my business closed down due to COVID, and I didn't get that. You know, I applied for it, didn't get. I didn't get shit. I ain't got a stimulus check. I don't get food. I don't got shit, man.
You didn't get the 10K slap?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, man, but I'm technically an immigrant. I'm not even really, you know, I'm still not a citizen yet. So.
No shit, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sovereign nation.
Man. So were you out there on May 1st marching around then?
Nah, man, because I don't care. I don't care. I don't want none of that shit. Even in my worst of times, man, there's been times I slept in my car and I still didn't get food stamps. I don't care.
Well, you know, there's a lot of people out there on the web that say a lot of men would never do that anyway, like, because it's just not in our nature. We're always used to providing for ourselves, and if we don't got it, then we won't take hand-me-outs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just feel some type of way about this shit, man, because you gotta ask for it. You know what I mean? You know how it feels the feeling of asking. You know what I'm saying? When someone has the power to say no. So if I ask you for food, and then you say no, I don't eat. You know what I mean? Like I never felt good about that.
Yeah.
No type of assistance, no type of nothing. Now, I'll eat somebody else's food stamps. You know what I'm saying? In the heartbeat. I'll buy somebody else's food stamps, but I just can't.
You came up on that 2-for-1 food stamp deal?
Man, come on, man. But I just can't do it myself. Plus, they ask a lot of questions, man. So this is the thing. Like, okay, say like you broke, because I've gotten them before and I just didn't get them for long. But say like you're broke, right? Or you have the money you have in the bank. Maybe you got a couple assets. You got a car or two. They see all that shit when you go to ask for food stamps. They'll be like, well, how much money you got in the bank? And then, what if you have money in the bank that you ain't trying to spend? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not earning, but I still have money. You know, it's that type of weird shit, man. I don't want to go in there lying and shit.
Yeah. What you think about all this, Cloud Chaser over there with the fur coat on?
I ain't get shit.
You ain't got no stimulus neither?
Nah.
What you think? You gonna get that vaccine?
Nah.
Now, what if they offered you 10 pounds of the weed of your choice to get the vaccine for free?
The stickiest of the ickies.
The ickiest of the stick, the greenest of the green, the meanest of the mean, the homest of the grown.
Nah.
What if they let
Still
you
no?
start paying for weed with food stamps? Like, you should at least be able to go buy edibles.
Because they ain't cooked,
I
right?
think you
I mean,
can.
really.
Can you buy edibles with food stamps?
Can you?
Absolutely.
Aw,
No,
are you
buy-
serious?
you can't
I'm
buy-
signing up
Can you
tomorrow.
buy
Fuck
drinks?
that.
You can't buy
It's
drinks with
dry
food stamps.
I mean,
Dry food.
You can't buy liquor, right?
I mean,
Buy
technically, you should be able to buy wine because it's just grapes.
You can buy candy.
Very true.
You can buy
That's all it
candy.
is. It's candy.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit.
Hey, you
that
know
It's a lot of shit you can buy with food stamps that's hella bad for you. You know what I mean? Like,
You can buy kratom.
True,
You
true.
can buy kratom with food stamps.
you can buy
those-
kratom with food stamps.
Hey, shout out to
That's
Kratom
some
real
bullshit,
quick.
man. This country's broken.
Now, what was Kratom supposed to be? Kratom's supposed to be the.
They got two different kinds. They got one that's like an upper and one that's like a downer. A lot of people that have like opiate addictions and shit fuck with kratom.
It's liquid heroin.
Yeah.
Hey,
Illegal
man,
heroin.
I think I seen they got Kratom for sale at one of them gas stations on Portland Ave.
Man, they
Just
got
all
that
of
shit.
it.
past 38.
Actually, kratom right now on the low is a big lick. You know what I'm saying? Because while it's still legal, man, you could come up off of that shit. It's a big business, man. And it's cheap as fuck, wholesale.
Hey, you know what's still cheap as fuck right now for all of our investor viewers is that Dogecoin, which keeps going up. Have you guys noticed
60
that?
Man,
60
fuck.
cents right now.
I sold my shit hella early yet again, man. I'm the worst at this shit. I'm not good at that, man. I'm always
It
selling.
was listen. It was 27 cents last Tuesday. It's 60 cents today.
Bro, I bought that shit when it was 5 cents.
God dang, man.
I would have been rich right now.
Man, we be doing this shit in a studio right now, Slap.
Exactly.
God dang
I'm gonna
it.
catch the next one though, man. I'm really on the next one, man. Shout out to Trey, man. Pipsy Hustle, man. He's always coming through with the picks, man. I just don't be listening to him, man. I gotta listen to him more, man. We need to get more often, have him on more often and shit, man. Cause I swear, at first, when he was first telling me what to buy, cause he told me to buy Dogecoin last year. And when I bought it, nothing really happened. So I was kind of, I was a little down and shit. But he was absolutely right, man. Shout out to Trayvon Groves, man. Pipsy Hustle. He in the chat right now.
Dude, it went down to 57 cents today at 7 a.m., bro. Could have got in and made damn near 20 cents. Just say.
I love the market, man.
20
also
cents a
can't-
coin.
You never hit when you got a 15 on the blackjack table either. Am I right? Am I right, Clout?
Yeah.
You can hit.
Once again. So what else is going on there, Slap Yarmulkes?
Man. Let me tell you, man. I've heard a lot about your vacation, man. I don't think you should be asking me. You should be telling me about your vacation. How was your
Me
vacation?
about
bro?
yours?
No,
Well, obviously you could tell from how my voice sounds that there's a lot of hooting and hollering and screaming during that trip. We was getting rowdy, getting wild. Nah, we went down to the desert and we had a good time, you know what I mean? Got down on the slots, got down on the blackjack table, walked about 11 or 12 miles each day, ate a lot of good food. Shout out to Vegas right now. They ain't tripping.
Now,
You might have to wear your mask.
what was the weather like out there?
Man, it started off kind of cloudy on the first day. It was like 70s, and then it bumped up to 80, and then it was 91 on the last day I was there.
Okay.
It was beautiful, man. It felt
So on
great.
that last day, was it any bikinis or tights?
Oh, man.
What did it look like? What did
Oh,
lady-wise, what did it look like out there?
Man, I mean, every flavor, every savior that you could, everything you could get your eyes on right now. I'm telling you, nothing but treats, all shades.
Did you stay on the strip?
We did. We were at the Flamingo.
Okay.
Right in the middle, right off the alley. You go either way. You got the Caesar's Palace right across the street. You got the Planet Hollywood not too far away, Bellagio. You go the other way, you come across the Wynn and all them once you get at the end. But we also went down to Fremont, where all the cheap shit is.
I saw you over there by the D, man. Shout out to the D, man. That's a low key, unknown little joint. joint, man, but that's my favorite spot down there.
Yeah, man. And Fremont was
Yeah,
popping though. I'll tell you, man. There was nothing but treats out there, and it was packed, and it was hot, and of course, the Flamingo girls. You ever been down there, Slap?
Nah, man, I haven't fucked with the strip too much. When I've been staying on the strip, man, I've been just staying in a hotel and shit. I fuck around to go to Fremont before I fuck with the strip.
So what's crazy about Vegas, in my opinion, I hadn't been there in about 10 years, right?
Mhm.
And back in the day, they'd have the Flamingo girls, they'd be all have the feathers and shit, the peacock shit behind them with the bikinis, and they would just be sitting there, people take pictures for free. Now they walk around the strip and basically like try to sell you a picture with them for $10. It's crazy. And it's like there's tons of them walking around, man. It's like everything's for sale out there. Everything. But go ahead.
Did you get a chance to try any of the legal marijuana out there in Las Vegas?
I can't say that I did, but the people that I was with did. And what I can say is they went out and they went to a spot, and it was funny because, man, their dispensary spot was popping. Like it was a huge warehouse, and they claimed they grow it all inside. But what my peoples told me is that shit was trash.
Wait. They grow the weed inside of the dispensary?
Yeah, well, it was a huge warehouse though. So
I think I saw that one. I know exactly where you're talking about.
Yeah, it's all indoor grown, and they were really pumping their pre-rolls. One thing I will tell you is everybody and their moms is smoking joints in Vegas. Like the whole block smells like weed. But the funny thing is per my sources, that weed is not very good. It's not Washingtonian weed.
That's what I heard, man. That's what I heard. Shout out to Washington weed, man. We spoiled up here, man.
Hey,
I think the weed before the dispensary was even better. They made that shit legal, man. I don't like this new shit.
Yeah, what do you think, Clout? What's your opinion on that, Clout Chaser 253?
They got good weed now.
Who does?
The streets.
America.
What about the stores? What about the stores before it was convenience?
Stores, man. I don't know too much about the stores.
Hey, what you drinking over there, Burns?
In honor of Cinco de Mayo, I got me some Gerard Bertrand. Oh, nothing like yours,
French,
but
we French over here. We French, man.
Got me a little. Can I get the angle there? It's a little. What is it, Blaga? It's Syrah with a little Grenache.
Okay.
A little French rosé.
We like the drunk half over here, man. They the coughing half over on that side of the screen.
Hey, we balance each other out, fellas.
Yeah.
That's why we're the perfect panel. You know what I mean? But I would tell you from what I got from Vegas is they said that the prices were way too high. But if you think about it, Vegas can pull that off because they don't give a shit. They'll charge you an arm and a leg for everything.
Everything else is so cheap though, man. Like the lodging is cheap, man. The flight is cheap. Everything else is so cheap. Something gotta cost. You know what I mean? Like compared to us, alcohol is cheap out there. You can go buy a bottle for it don't seem like nothing to us. You know what I mean? Like so everything else for me that I like is cheap, and then the shit I don't do is expensive probably because I wouldn't go out there and buy no fucking weed.
Hey, I'm glad you said that because we went to this corner store right by the Flamingo, and man, they had $22 bottles of Cavassier like this, and the pints were only $12.
Yeah.
You guys are lucky I'm even back right now. I almost thought about just hanging it up out there by the corner store.
Imagine a $20 bottle of cognac. You know what I mean? Imagine a $20 bottle of cognac. I know.
I dreamt about it.
I'm saying here. What type of alcoholic would I be if they had $20 bottles of cognac out here?
I wouldn't be drinking this damn rosé right now, I'll tell you that much.
Not from the booster.
Right?
Not from the booster.
From the store?
Nigga.
Man,
Shout out to the boosters though, man.
Yeah, for real.
Shout out to the boosters.
Hey, but you know what?
No disrespect.
My guy.
I don't know what they talking about.
Hey, I got to give a shout out though to my guy Raven Nevermore because on the trip at the very end on the way to the hotel, back to the airport, we Ubered to the airport and we made a quick stop and we stopped at the spot that Tupac was shot at and paid our respects.
Now what was that like Koval and something?
Flamingo.
Yeah.
Koval and Flamingo?
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Yep. Right there, we stopped there at the spot, paid our respects. The Uber driver was hella cool. We were cracking him up. and then he went up in there and got some real nice little souvenirs that he passed along to some of our peeps. Clout Chaser 253, one of them.
Yeah, shout out to Raven.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shout
that
out
shit
to
was
Raven.
tight. But we was there and then we was out, and now we're back, And I will say this though, anytime you go to the desert, it's always nice to get back here, man. See the trees, breathe in the air.
Hey man,
I actually like where we live.
we underestimate how beautiful it is here, man. All the time, man. When you go other places, the scenery is just the scenery here is unmatched. You know what I mean? Like, you ever come down, like, say, like you going to the waterfront on a nice ass day, and you come down that hill, you know what I'm saying, like over by 30th or whatever, and you just see everything. You know what I'm saying? The water, the mountain, Browns Point. You might fuck around, eagles be flying. Like, it's so much here, man. It almost looks like a picture sometimes here, man. There's so many nice ass fucking spots, and then you go to other places and it's just dirt. And
oh man,
dirt.
There ain't shit in Vegas, bro.
Ain't
Like,
no
honestly, the
trees.
one thing that I got a problem with about Vegas is that it's kind of an illusion if you think about it. Because if it wasn't what it is, like, go 20 miles away from Vegas. That's what it really is.
Hey,
And it's the desert.
I'll tell you what you do see in Vegas that you don't see here as much. Ass, and ass.
Woo!
I don't know what the
And
fuck they
more
doing
ass.
out there. It's ass. Everybody got ass in Vegas. Like, it's the ass on everything, man.
But you were recently down there, and I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. They must have been showing just as much ass then as they did this last
but
couple
you know,
weeks.
I was down there with my girl at the time and shit, so I wasn't really
Same.
I wasn't
you know,
looking so much at ass, not hard and deep,
Hey.
but I seen a lot of ass.
But let me tell you, okay, so there's in Fremont, they have I was gonna call it a strip club. They have a casino, right? Where all of the dealers are basically strippers.
Oh,
and
they
then-
got them up on fucking the platforms and all that shit too.
And they're literally dealing,
Yeah,
like
I've
but
been
they're
there.
like strippers. And then the pit bosses are like got the pole behind them,
Yeah.
and they're dancing. And shit. I was like, what the fuck kind of casino is this?
I forgot which
I
one
like
that
this
is. I
place.
went to that. Was that like the Four Queens or something like that, or?
Right on the corner. It was like right on the corner at the beginning of Fremont. And as soon as my girl, we was up in there playing slots, she caught wind of it. Man, we was out.
That
like,
might be the
flat.
D. I don't know, man. I didn't spend too much time on the casino floors, but that might be the D.
But it was hella funny because in Fremont they had people that would they'd be like street performers, right?
Yeah.
And you had like the bucket drum people and shit. But then there'd be hella crazy ass shit too. What I thought was funny though is they had a couple of spots where cats would just play music and it would be like they was lip syncing to their shit.
Yeah.
So like one person was playing DMX and they would be doing performances, basically just dancing to
Dancing
DMX,
and
like,
shit. Big ass dance,
like
big ass
doing-
dance circles and shit.
and everybody would stop and watch them, and I'd be like, man, they're just enjoying a song on a radio. Like, they didn't even do, I mean, all they're doing is lip syncing.
Hey,
But
man.
everybody would gather around them.
We
It's
need to
crazy.
do a trip to Vegas, man. We need to do a live from Vegas fucking
That
podcast,
sounds
man.
like a plan.
We all should just get
That
up
would be-
and go, man. It's felt like I done been so many times, man, since COVID. So we should just go, man. That's the best place to go right now, man. Because even if you caught COVID in Vegas, I feel like you would be all right. You know what I mean? Like,
And hey, for all the We Radio viewers out there,
Yes,
if y'all
sir.
want to see us go live in Vegas, Cash App is slap253. Fund our trip to Vegas, man. We'll go wild and crazy in Vegas for you guys, man. We'll even take requests live.
hey,
Ain't
either
that
that
right, Flap?
or Pipsy Hustle, man. Put us on to some shit, man, to where we can motherfucking get these funds up.
True.
Invest these donations, man.
We can start taking these donations and then invest them into the market.
Hey, matter of fact, man, Pipsy, call in, man. Call in, Trey. I got some questions, man. We got some questions we can ask. Cause this shit is actually that cryptocurrency's been big lately, man. It's been just all types of ups and downs and shit, man. I thought Bitcoin was the one, like the only one, and I'm seeing, man, that ain't the truth,
Another
man.
one,
It's
what is it, Ethereum or Solarium or some
Ethereum.
shit like that?
Ethereum just went big. Ethereum
Man, that
just went
shit,
big. My
that
homie-
shit is up huge.
Yeah, man, we should be investing, man. We should be investing. He about to call in. We got a caller. What else, man? What about you, Cloud Chaser? What's been good, man?
Oh shit.
How you been, man? What you been up to? It's been a minute.
Not much. Not much, man. Just chilling.
Man, you
Getting
look
hot.
like the loneliest nigga on the most tropical of islands. He is
No,
on-
man, come on, man.
he
You
is on
you all
lon-
right, bro?
He's
Like,
on
what's
Lonely
up?
Island. Hey, man, the number to call in. Fuck with us, 206-771-9229. or you can hit us at bootyholehoneys.com and come on the show.
Booty Hole Honeys.
Bootyholehoneys.com. That'll put you right on with us. Or you can go through weradio.live, but that's not as much fun as bootyholehoneys.com.
Not nearly as much.
Not nearly
What's
as
up?
fun.
Man, what's up, blogger man? What you been up to? Man, you do any fun trips? I heard you was on a boat ride.
Oh yeah, bro. I thought we talked about that.
Yeah, we talked
show,
about
yeah.
the boat. He
Did
might have
we?
missed it. He wasn't here. He wasn't here for that, I think, when
Yeah.
he told the boat story.
Yeah, I went a little bit of sailing, went a little crazy and shit. Went sailing in Olympia. It was all right. Look
Oh,
forward
man,
to going back again.
Known caller.
Hold on, y'all. We got a call.
We got-
What up, Dre?
What's good, man? You live on What It Is Radio.
What it is?
Oh, shit.
Hold on, I got
What's
some
up with the
feedback.
crickets,
Hold on.
bro?
What's going on, man? Hey, did you make out big? I know you did.
Listen, Dre. Okay, first off, let me tell y'all something. All right. So I had 268 in my crypto account, right?
Uh-huh.
And woke up the next morning, that bitch said 4,200 on that bitch. I was like, hot
Oh.
damn it.
Oh, which one?
So I tried to listen. Y'all niggas don't want to be listening.
Hey, man,
Y'all
I've been
niggas
busy,
be-
bro. A lot
Not
of shit
you,
been
Dre.
going on in
Not
my
you,
life,
Dre.
man. I've been busy, man.
Not you, Dre, but these other niggas that want to have jokes and shit.
Uh-oh.
And I'm sitting
Uh-oh.
5 figures up on a couple different shits now. And check this out. I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. My Forex trading, I just flipped another account 1,700% in a week and a half.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hey, man, I tried that damn Forex, man. You really got to sit me down and go through that shit with me, man.
That's
That-
what I'm saying.
that Forex
These-
is like a
y'all got
foreign
to plug in
language.
with your boys.
But on the crypto, bro, you told me to get that motherfucking Dogecoin way the fuck back. I wasn't even thinking about it, man. And I still sold too early, man. Do you think it's too late right now to get in on Doge?
So this is some terminology. I'll give you guys some terminology to learn with cryptos and trading and investing and all that. So anytime you guys hear about something blowing up, always know when things blow up, a coin blows up, a stock blows up, there's always going to be a retracement. Retracement is when it obviously it exhausts from going up so far. So you see, like Dogecoin went to like 63 cents, but it did that from like it was at like 50 something or like 51 cents, and all of a sudden it went to like 60 something. But for the market to keep going up like that, it has to take a rest at some point and exhaust. So when that happens, and usually when that happens is when it hits a high peak, everyone starts taking their profits out. When people start taking profits out, then the coin drops and loses the value. Once that happens, what's going on there is all those people that took off their profits, they're looking to bring the price down a little bit more so they can buy back in again.
Okay.
So when you see that happen, when you see that skyrocket happen, just wait a couple minutes or wait like an hour and watch that number drop down. When that number drops down, that's when you want to jump in because you're going to get the lowest price that you can get at that point.
What you doing out in Georgia, man? You got a convention or something out there?
No, I moved out here. I'm out here for good.
Oh, you out there for good?
Shit.
Yeah, I moved.
Oh, man, I'm gonna talk to you after this show, man. Where you out there good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Hey,
What part?
He said what
I'm in
part?
Kennesaw. I'm in Kennesaw right now.
Bird,
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
Bird.
Shit,
I
man.
got a boy up that way though.
What was that, Clout?
he might be able to tell you where you can find some good weed at in Georgia.
Well, hold on.
I
hold
wish
on.
somebody would fucking tell me.
Hey, look, man. Hey, look. This is What It Is radio, not where it's at. Not where it's at radio, man. We'll talk about that shit.
No idea.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Nobody.
We don't do that.
This is what it is, not where it's at,
No
man.
way.
Listen, I'm
We'll
gonna tell y'all
holler
something
though.
funny. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something funny today, right? I was like, you know what, nigga, let me go find a fucking barber shop around here. Nigga, there was a smoke shop right next to the barber shop, and they got, the white boys being there, the hippie white boys. I was like, oh, I know I'm a score here. Man, I walk in that bitch. This nigga said, here, I got this bubble kush for you. I said, well, let me see it. He pulls it out the cabinet. Now, nigga, I know weed ain't legal here, so I know this ain't no motherfucking weed. Who do you think I am? He said, well, it's infused, and it's good. It's just the same. You'll still get a nice little body. nigga, I don't think you know how I smoke.
So
This
what,
is not gonna do it.
so what? Hold on. You mean to tell me that around the country and other places, they're selling stuff that's not weed, but in fact,
Nigga, they're selling that CBD weed, but now they got the CBD weed where they infused it with some they infused it with some synthetic THC. It's called like Delta THC or something.
that's spice, man. Don't smoke that spice.
Hey,
That's KT,
no, I don't smoke
nigga.
the spice.
Yeah, don't fuck with that spice, man. He needs some milk.
No, you know I don't do that.
Nah, don't do that. Yeah, don't
That
do
ain't
that.
my
man.
alley.
Don't do that. Oh my God. Yeah, that's horrible, man. So what you about to do out there, man? You about to get you some horses or something?
Listen, I'm about to buy me a whole bunch of fucking land out here.
Yeah, that's a good plan, man. My cousin just moved out there, got him some land, got some horses out there, man. Met some cool ass people and shit, man. That sounds like the move, man.
Well, the reason I came out here though is because pretty much my whole investment team was out here, and most of my mentors and shit.
I saw that,
So
man.
I just came out here to be close with all of them.
I saw you on the gram with your peoples out there, man. Shout out to Andrea, man. She looked like she was really getting it in, boy. You got a pit bull on your team.
Hey, she just popped a new ring. She just hit P1000 today, so that's dope.
Friend of the show. Hey, man. Hey, look, I might have something for you, man. All right, man, we're gonna get on with this show, Trey, man. I'm gonna call you back later, man. I'm finally getting my shit together, man. I've been trying to get this motherfucking show shit together, so it's been rough. But we back on, man. Everything's back popping.
I'm on the market trading right now. I'm in the market trading right now, so I took a little break from my squad to jump in here. So we about to go back and get to this money.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna talk to you about that show, man. We really need to put that together.
That's a fact, and I got someone else too. I got another guy from Cali right now, a 7-figure trader, the guy who I'm working with right now.
All right,
I
cool.
personally 24. We spend like 18 hours on Zoom just trading all day now.
I'm gonna hit you shortly, bro.
Definitely.
All right. Yeah, man, we got to get on this, man. Imagine if we was just sitting up here, man, just getting money for nothing.
We really should. I mean,
That's why I had to
I'll
hurry.
admit, I was probably one of them that was making jokes. Obviously,
Yeah.
that was me, right? Like, hey, what's the over under on Burger King right now? But I will say that was just for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, I
mean,
know.
everything that he's saying is super legit, and everybody should try to expand all their horizons.
I mean, you got to think
Like
about
the
it, man.
Dogecoin shit.
We started this show, man, and we got a resident, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got somebody to just come in and put us on financials, man. That's great.
And I mean, the fact that Dogecoin, even what he was saying, like being at 50 cents going to 60, what's crazy is like what you was talking about. You bought it at 5.
He told
And
me
maybe
right
even
here on the
just a
show.
month ago.
It was a show that we had where I was like, what should I get next? And this was last year. He said, get Dogecoin right now and just hold on to it. And I was like, all right, cool. And I got the Dogecoin. I think I came back the very next show like, man, fuck this nigga. Like, I bought the Dogecoin. Ain't nothing happened. But he was
But
right.
then it fluctuated a couple times though.
But I mean,
if
sometimes you got to take the money that you don't really need, man, and just, let it
what
sit.
he's saying though, I mean, it's crazy because a couple of people I talked to, they had bought it when it was cheap like you, and it went up to like 25 cents and then went back down. But they did the same thing he was talking about, where they sold and then it went down and they bought and it went up again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of crazy if you think about it. For somebody who's a millionaire, if they were investing $10,000 into this shit and it goes up 10 cents, they're probably, man, they're making a gang of money off that spike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine how
making
much
just
oh
10
boy made.
cents.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
what, like fucking $3 million worth at fucking 5 cents?
Ooh, man. God. damn.
Tesla, dude.
Oh, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's the one I feel like it's him that's making this shit happen, man. Like that's the thing that makes it weird for me is like how people can influence the money. Like, you know what I mean? Like Doge is a bunch of people just saying to the moon, it's going up, this and this and that. It's like, I don't know what's behind it, what's making it go up or down. You know what I mean? It seems like it's all just hype. Like they just hype
Same
it up.
thing GameStop.
Yeah, just
Same thing with GameStop.
hype. That's kind of.
But here's the deal though. Its ceiling is $1. So no matter where you get in right now, you can still get in. It's gonna hit $1.
Yeah.
Regardless.
That'd be nice.
Or maybe
What is
more.
this volume right
But
now?
it's definitely gonna hit $1.
I wish I still had my
And-
5-cent coins, boy. I'm telling you.
It's volume. It's worth $35 billion right now. And it started off as a joke about a fucking dog, man.
I know.
That's the craziest shit. What, with the Shiba Inu or whatever?
I mean, look at the world, man. Who would have known people would become millionaires off of TikTok? You know what I mean? Who would have Who would have known leggings would be such a big, you know what I mean? They got Lululemon
I
and
knew
shit
that.
like
somebody
yoga
out there
pants.
leggings was gonna take off.
I knew that.
But the leggings, I never would have. I got a homie, man, that works for Lululemon, and they just basically sell fucking yoga pants, man. And this motherfucker gets paid just an obscene amount of money for this shit. You know what I mean? Just Lululemon, just leggings. Them shits probably cost like $3 on Amazon, but they sell them for too much. It's just crazy, man.
Well, what is up with that? That's kind of like a revolution of its own, man. Do you remember way back in the day, like girls would wear stretchies sometimes, but it was
Spandex and
rare.
shit like
You know
that.
what I mean?
You know what I
Now
want?
that shit's just.
It's just what. Go ahead, my bad.
I mean, now it seems like that shit's like fucking Sundays, like your Sunday best pants. Like girls wear that shit with every fucking
everything.
thing. What's up with that?
You know what I wonder? How often do they wash them yoga pants? Like,
No.
do them things stink in the middle? Like, I want to know, man. A lady call in. Tell us how
come
often
on,
do you
ladies.
wash your yoga pants? How often? How
What
often?
kind of what kind of mileage you get on those pants? How long before you got to go get another pair?
Are them
Lululemon?
motherfuckers antimicrobial? Like, do they not?
Absolutely not.
What kind of things happen when you overwear them?
Man, 'cause
Right.
I could
We
just
do
see,
need somebody
I could
to
just
know.
see a bitch taking them shits off and then just turning around and just throwing them back on. You know what I mean? Like, she
Oh
don't-
man,
it's like wearing the same pair of socks too long. You know what I mean? Like,
it's
what
just
happens?
like a dude's.
What
It's like a dude's good pair of jeans.
what happens in the middle of those yoga pants?
A whole lot of stuff.
The legs are still good, but I know the middle stank.
We just offended all the female callers right now. 'cause
Man,
they
I'm
all
just
got their legs.
asking. I'm just saying. That's the We Radio challenge. I bet $100 them pants stank in the middle.
No.
That shit became a phenomenon though. Like all the girls are wearing it, man. All ages, all girls, like everywhere. That shit became the default uniform, man. It's crazy.
Hey, man, thank God for him. I like it, man. Yoga pants.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I just find it fascinating, man. I mean, you scale back the hands of time 20, 25 years ago, man. That was a oddity, man. It was rare.
I miss my little yoga pant queen.
Is your yoga pants queen calling in?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need some callers, man.
I
Come
do
on,
miss
206-771-9229, man. Give us all your yoga pants stories. And if you got some Cinco de Mayo stories, we want to hear all about them.
Oh,
Am I right?
man. Cinco de Mayo. Legs be
Your
big.
yoga pants is not stinky in the middle. Call in right now. Let's let have it.
Hey,
Slap
D,
says-
hey, look,
he
D,
got $100.
legs,
He got
legs.
$100.
D Sully said the legs be the worst part. All the sweat from the body drip down. Wait.
So it's sealing it all in? It's sending it out?
Not saran wrap leggings.
It's going downstairs? God damn.
Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny, man? Oh God. Have you ever wore like they got the boxers, like, I don't know, man. I get them sometimes when I'm at Ross and they ain't got nothing left. But the fucking the athletic boxers or whatever, like they're like boxer briefs, but they're that stretchy shit. They're like the athletic kind. They don't got no pee hole. It's like boxers for the gym. But I'm telling you, but they're almost like leggings draws, man. They almost
Those are
like
called panties. Those are called panties, homie.
Nah, man. Nah, man. They boxers, man. They boxers. It's like athletic.
They ain't got no pee hole. Those
They
are
ain't got All right, man. You got me on that one, man. You got me on that one. But for real.
They have a little cotton in the middle.
No, not compressions, D Sully. Not compressions, man. I'm telling man. I will grab a pair.
That's too good.
Nah, man. Look, this is the fucked up part. They have the outline. They have the outline of a pee hole, but there's no pee hole. You can't. There's no. Man, you know what I'm talking about, man.
They're swim trunks.
There's something, man. It's like
It's for when you try to get out in the gym, man. You try to get the group back at Gold's.
So
Man, that's so good.
not able to piss in the gym, though. You can't.
you gotta pull it over the top, man. You gotta pull it over the top. Hold on, man. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about.
With me at the gym.
Why would they even do that,
I just
man?
don't
What's
know.
wrong with them? What the fuck are they trying to sell? That's like them basketball shorts where they be wearing them.
Oh man, hey, look, I hate to do this, man, but I'm talking about these. These shits.
Panties, bro.
Yeah.
Camel toe.
Them shits right there, man. Them is the worst. Those are the worst, man. Don't ever buy those, man. Don't ever buy them shits, man. Unless you're working out in the motherfuckers. Don't buy them
That girl
shits.
got a hairy bush.
Hey, first of all, man, they trap in a lot of bullshit, man. And then your pants slide down, man. I was in a pinch. Man. I was in a pinch. I had to buy the motherfuckers one time. I got like 6.
Tell us all about this story.
I got like 6. I got like 6 pairs, man. It's always
I'm
a.
never going in Ross again. Yo, I didn't do that to my man. Yo, I'm not going in.
Yo, man, shame on you, Ross.
I think I was on vacation in Vegas when it happened, man. I done bought the motherfuckers before, man. Whatever.
Boycott Ross, fellas. No more draws at Ross.
Hey, man. Hey, cause you know Ross always got the random shit too, man. You go in there in the summertime, the motherfuckers got heavy ass coats. I got caught slipping, man. I didn't know they didn't have pee holes. I thought they did.
You bought without looking. You did a blind buy.
Yeah, I just needed some drawers, man. I got home like, where's the hole at? These are defective.
Immediate stay on shelf, bro.
Yeah,
Immediately stay on rack.
Defective, man. You don't know how important a pee hole is until you don't have one. You know what I'm saying?
Slip it out the bottom, bro. Slip it out the side or something. Bro.
Yeah, nah, man. The pee hole, you need that shit. It's convenient, man. It's convenient, man.
Listen.
That's just like I was free balling for a long time, man. Probably about 2016, 2017, man. I was like, what do we even need draws for? So I was running around just free balling it. You know what I'm saying? But then I noticed, man, like after a year or two, man, my pee hole didn't look right. You know what I'm saying? Like the motherfucker was irritated, man. My shit looked. Never mind. Hey, man, what else we got?
Well, you know, Slap.
You ain't supposed to have your pee hole rubbing against fabrics like that, man.
You know what's funny though, Slap? You fall into a category, man. They did a poll recently, and 25% of people admitted that they go commando.
Yeah,
just like you said, you was going free ball.
It's liberating, man. It feels great.
25% of people.
Especially you got your shorts on, man. You got all that ventilation and shit, man. I didn't need an extra layer of fabric, but then I realized what draws is, man. It's to protect your pee hole from goddamn denim. Denim is horrible on your pee hole, man. They have your shit swollen like a coochie or something, man. You ain't supposed to. You gotta protect your pee hole, man.
Hell no.
Gotta protect the pee hole. Gotta protect the pee hole.
Wilding the fuck out.
Yo, wow.
Man, you don't know this strife, man. I done woke up some days, man, when my pee hole was loose. I had a loose urethra, man. Shit looked like the sleeve of a wizard. Wizard sleeves.
Hell no. Exactly.
This is your younger days, man? What's going on, man?
Nah, I was old, man. It take a while before your urethra starts to get loose, man. You know what I mean?
You got a worn urethra?
Man. Hey, you got to take care of yourself.
Like one of them, urethra look like one of them bloodhounds.
Got the Sharpay pee hole, man. I'm telling you. Hey, look, man. Y'all talk about something then. Shit, man.
Yeah, man.
Save me from myself. Save me from myself.
How many of y'all's pee holes been in search and rescue?
If you have a similar story,
call 206-77.
You know your pee hole.
229. If you got drawers without the pee hole.
Hey, man. You know you got a
You're wearing
loose
swim trunks.
You know your shit loose when the nut dribble. When the nut dribble out, man. There was no squirt left, man. I was running around the town reckless, man.
Oh man.
There was no squirt. Hey,
Slap 253 Cash App.
Hey man, call us at 206-771-9229, man. Tell us. Never mind. Don't do that. Just call us.
I got one for you guys.
Go
Are
ahead.
you guys up on Kevin Samuels?
Oh yeah.
How you feel about that? Because him and Dr. Umar Johnson is currently going at it right now. I think it's kind of outrageous, bro.
You know what's crazy, man, is Kevin Samuels, right, man? He's kind of like, he's where we want to be, man. when you think about it, man. To grow an audience on this shit is so fucking hard, man. I can't take nothing from him. People say he's fruity, he disrespect women, whatever, but it's hard as fuck to grow an audience, man. What we gonna do, man? Talk about pee holes all day or whatever? I think everybody's hating on dude because he rose up so fast. If you look at his old videos, this nigga was telling people how to put cologne on the right way and shit like that. And then as soon as he found his lane, you know what I'm saying, talking to the women the way he talked to the women or whatever, he blew up. And, you know, much respect to him, man. He ain't saying nothing bad. I don't think he's saying nothing wrong. He's just saying, let's go back to the old ways of thinking. I think women do kind of, you know, they kind of, he said one thing that got me, because before I didn't pay too much attention to him, but he said one thing that got me. He was talking about this pandemic, right? And he said, in this pandemic, there's probably a lot of women that woke up and looked to the left and looked to the right and didn't have nobody there. You know what I mean? Remember all that independent, I don't need a man, all that shit? Everybody needed somebody during COVID. You know what I mean? You was a lonely motherfucker if you didn't have nobody when this shit first cracked off. And that's some true shit, man. Like, you gotta be realistic about life, man. Everybody needs somebody, man. Go back to coupling and pairing and shit and doing what you can do to bring something to somebody's life. You know, it ain't all just about you, man. It's turned into not just me too, but just me. Everybody's about themselves, man. And somebody got to tell, somebody got to spread the message.
Yeah, right.
What?
That was good.
That was deep. Deep.
Not really.
Good.
I mean, that's his message. That ain't mine. But I agree.
Sounded good, man.
But
Yeah.
Dr. Umar, I like Dr. Umar too, though, man. I like Dr. Umar's comedy, bro. He's funny as hell, but he's serious and he's right about a lot of shit, man. They just done made a meme out of him. I hate to see people going back and forth, you know what I mean, instead of working together, man. It's like, imagine if all the revolutionary motherfuckers in the past all just had beef with each other on YouTube. Like, if they had YouTube during civil rights, man, we would still be getting motherfucking hoes down and bit by dogs, hung and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they never would have got nothing accomplished and shit, man. If Malcolm X had YouTube beef with Martin Luther King, you know what I mean? Like, it would be ugly, man. It would be ugly. We got to stop all this bullshit.
What was Dr. Umar like upset about?
Well, he was basically saying that Kevin basically berates women. He has a platform that he's created to degrade and talk down to women about things such as weight and height, telling them that they ain't shit, and says that it really has no purpose. And on that platform, that's what Dr. Umar was saying, that he basically should not be doing that on his platform, and that it just basically is distasteful towards women. And Kevin is like, well, shit. He's like, well, you got like 2 baby mamas, you ain't married none of them, and you've been opening up these schools in Africa, you ain't never opened up no schools. So who are you to say what the platform is?
Hey,
and so
them schools are supposed to be here. They're not even in Africa. Those schools are supposed to be opening here.
They're never opened.
Yeah.
And that's what Kevin was talking about.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a catch-22 situation, right? But here's my thought on the situation, not taking sides, right? Because I talk about this with a lot of people, because I'm like, hey, you need to listen to Kevin Samuels, even my friends. I don't mean want to listen to him from the aspect of putting you down, but look at some of the ways, look at some of the people that he interviews. Some of those people remind me of you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, so, but anyway, I feel like when the callers call on his show, that's a demographic. It's not all women call for his show. A confident woman, a woman that's secure in her shit, ain't gonna bother with Kevin Simmons. She doesn't need advice, right? But the women that do need help, they're calling the right motherfucker. So why, and this is my problem, right? For anyone, why hate on this entrepreneur because he's giving women the advice that they need to hear? Because so many times, people will lie to him. Yeah, girl, you beautiful, but then behind the back, you be like, oh, that bitch ugly as fuck. You feel me? Like, yo, girl, you look good. And then behind their back, they be like, yo, bitch, that bitch looked horrible. Did you see that shit she had on? So my man is like, yo, and these women have it in their head, like, okay, I want this 7-figure guy, and they waste all their time. And in hindsight, they turn their back on regular guy, people that really would treat them like something.
You know,
really, they could have a.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy is the vast majority of us are all regular. You know what I mean? Like that whole
Right.
high value men and shit like that. That's a small
He
percentage.
said that.
That's a small
And he said
percentage of the
that.
population. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like that's some real shit. That's a small percentage of the population, man.
Right.
Everybody's not making 6 figures. That's
Right.
that's something different, especially when you go around the country where shit costs cheaper some places. So maybe here in Seattle or whatever, you know, 6 figures isn't as much as making it in somewhere like Georgia or somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like that shit, that's unrealistic. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
women.
But these women watch these videos. I don't want no scrubs. And then they have these ideas, and it's not realistic. And here's a person that's actually letting them know, like, this is not realistic, and they all get mad.
Well, it's a
And then
difference. It's a difference between a scrub though and just a dude that works a regular job. Because if you just work a regular job, that don't mean you're a scrub. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, according to you.
I know.
But
That's what I'm saying.
you know what though? If you watched
But they
Kevin
bras.
Samuel's shit,
But-
like he has a lot of guests come up on there and they'll explain exactly what they're looking for in a man, and they
Right.
want a man who's making 6 figures.
Yeah.
And then he'll
Right.
break it down to them like, well, what kind of a situation do you want? Do you want to be a stay-at-home mom, or what do you want your
Yeah.
situation to be? And sometimes these girls are making good money, and it kind of boils down to just the idea that they don't like the fact that their man is making less than them, and that they gotta,
Right.
you know
what they
gotta
don't-
basically choose a dude who's not better
Right.
than them, I guess, in their opinion.
But you know what they
And
really
he's-
don't like? They really don't like that they can't ball out and just fuck whoever they want and go do whatever the fuck they want to do without being looked at funny. You know what I'm saying? Like us, say like we just balling out of control, we making hella money. It's looked at as a compliment, as a good thing that we can be, you know, women's a women's man or whatever. Like you can, a ladies' man. You can go out and fuck with all types of different women, and people look at it like a good thing, like, oh, look at him. But if a woman is making a bunch of money and she just fucking a bunch of dudes, they like, look at this retarded ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like she a hoe still. You know what I mean? Like it's something that's looked down upon, and I think they're frustrated about that shit. So they
No,
talking
them
about
brothers ain't call it.
they talking about the man that they want, but what I'm saying is they really don't want that man.
But nah,
They're-
but bro, it ain't even like that though. If you think about it, the people that talk to him, and try to fight him, that's not that woman.
They're lying.
It's just like
That's
a
not
woman.
that
They're-
demographic.
they're
it's a
lying.
woman who's like,
They really
or
don't
they'll
want a
try to
man.
fight him,
If
but-
they wanted a
but
man, they would have one.
It'll be different though. It'll be like, say, somebody who's divorced, who got a couple of kids,
Yeah,
who
exactly.
expects to get some dude who's making $250K a year, and they think that they're like at that level too, and he'll kind of just bring them down to reality. Like, okay, well, what do you look
Right.
like? All right,
Yeah.
you really think you're gonna pull a dude
Yeah.
who's like that? You ain't no
Yeah.
10.
right.
But what I'm saying is,
You're like,
And-
you're 5'2", 180. You got 2 kids with a regular baby
Yeah.
daddy, and you want a 6-figure dude now. That shit's not reasonable.
but see, this is what I'm saying though. Think about it in life, man. What is your biggest motivation to do better in life? Like to make more money, to have nice shit. Most of it for us is to have the woman, you know what I'm saying, that we want. We really don't give a fuck about how much money she got or what she got. All we want is more bitches. We do this shit for women, man. You can say no all day, but most of man's motivation has to do with women, man. That's what we're trying to do.
Sure.
So for a woman to make more money and be motivated to make more money, what is she doing it for?
Sure,
to take care
sure.
of the family that she made jankily? You know what I'm saying? Like to do what? She doesn't have the same satisfaction out of the money that we have. You know what I mean? Like we get that money, we'll ball out, we'll go to Vegas, we'll get escorts and shit like that. They got
What girls, have you been to Atlanta? The bitches out there buying the same shit. Dudes is buying diamonds, rings, cars. They're buying everything. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but then they calling in talking about they can't find a man.
Those aren't the ones. That's what Snake and I'm trying to tell you. Those not the demographic.
No, those
They
are
fall
the
under
ones.
the one-
Those are
But
the
then
ones
that
because
goes
hold
to a
on, because they
different-
end up fucking with dudes that's below them, right? That's less than them, and they want a dude that has money, right? They want a high value man. That's why they're calling in. But they've been settling for niggas that don't have money, because really it's all about having money to find a mate or more mates. You know what I'm saying? It's all about it. It's deeper than that, man.
But then again, for them girls out there who are doing it, the one thing is about them that Blogger just said, the ones buying diamonds that look all good and shit, got everything going right in their lives. They that goes to a different person, and his name's AMS. I don't know if you guys ever fuck with him. AMS?
Alpha male
No.
strategies, yeah.
Yeah. And that's like that shit where they don't get popped at. Like nobody fucks with them because they're too scared of them and
Right.
shit, right?
That's
And
a
so
different
that's a
demo.
whole different category. That's not high value shit.
What
That's
I'm
just
saying
like
is,
people
okay,
that's
so
just too
how do they
intimidated
end
from
up?
them.
How do they end up fucking with the scrubs that they complain about?
But that's the thing. Hold on a second.
'Cause-
They did this. This is a lot. I watch a lot of his shows, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna give you several circumstances. Like a lot of these women haven't even began life. They're like 22 to 25-year-old demographic. They're trying to meet. You know, they had a child at 18. Some of them still carrying a baby weight, whatever.
Yeah.
Some of them may have lost their high school figures, and they're wanting this. You know, and they describe the men to the T, the men they want. And so what Kevin does is tell them that those men that look like this, when they describe their women, they don't describe the 5'2",
Yeah.
150 pounds,
Yeah.
bubbly. They don't describe them. So he's not saying that you can't get them. He's just saying it's unrealistic.
fix
Plus,
your shit
you have
up.
2 kids.
But what I'm
Right,
saying
plus
is the
you have
woman's
2 kids.
motivation, the whole reason why they're calling, what I'm saying is they're motivated by finding a mate. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing better in life. I want to find somebody that's on my level, right? But men that's on that level, we just fuck everybody. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? They're not calling in saying, how do I find a woman? Because we've accepted it for what it is. I did all this shit to do what I want to do with anybody. It don't matter if the man has money or the woman has money or whatever. I'm just going to do what I do. You know what I mean? And women haven't accepted the fact that once you get to that level of earning and shit, let your nuts hang. You know what I'm saying? Quit worrying about a relationship and shit like that. Fuck niggas and don't care what people say about you for it. You know what I mean? Like, just be a hoe.
That one's not. I
In
don't
a
know.
way,
saying.
though, that's.
I'm just
I
saying,
mean,
just
in
be
a
a
way,
hoe.
though.
Because men is hoes. When we get money, we hoes, man. Every time you see a successful rapper's video or something, he got a bunch of bitches in it. You know what I'm saying? That's something. Like, that's a sign of success, how many women you can have. You know what I mean? And women, it's not looked at. That's not a sign of success. That's a sign of something nasty or something disgusting. And women should have to just, you know what I'm saying, suck it up and be like, look, I'm a hoe. I'm a fuck motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I got money to do it. I'm good. And fuck what you think about it.
Yeah.
Let your hoe hang.
I think that honestly, though, it's easy for us to speculate about that, but in reality, you would never really know unless you were in those circles. I think men and women alike, they might, fuck around, or they might not. I mean, and I think in a way, what Kevin Samuels is doing is he's just trying to shed light on the idea that for these dudes that are looking for somebody, that for these girls who think that they're just gonna pull them.
Yeah.
With their situations being what they are, that you got to be more realistic in what you can attract.
But do you remember when
Because-
Kevin Samuels used to just talk to men? Because see, this is the thing. I've seen this
I
dude
know.
from all of. He used to talk to men. It wasn't just women. He would, before he talked to women at all, men would call in and he would focus on the men and he would tell the men what they had to
The
do
same
to
shit.
get
The
more
same
women.
shit.
That's what I'm saying. But the
And
women,
it
the
was the
men
same
didn't get
shit.
mad. It was never like
Right.
men was going
Right.
crazy and getting mad about the advice that he was giving them. The women are mad because the advice stays the same. You know what I'm saying? The advice is the same. And for the men, he was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose the weight. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to get a better job. I'm going to do whatever I got to do to get more bitches. Women don't want to look at it like, okay, I'm going to do what I got to do to get more men or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, the advice stayed the same. It's just women look at shit different, man. You can't, and we look at women as a society different. You know what I mean? Like, a successful woman can't have 3 and 4 boyfriends without us saying she a slut. You know what I mean? But a man could be successful and have however many women he wants, and we look at him like a king. You know what I mean? Like he's whatever. And women want to be so much like men now. So much masculine energy in women that you got to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a man so bad, you gotta accept the fact that this is what it is. You're gonna be a man.
That's part of what Kevin Samuels is saying, man.
Yeah,
is
no,
to
I
stop
don't disagree
that,
with him. I don't disagree with him. I
that
disagree
masculine
with
energy.
I disagree with the expectations of the callers. I don't disagree with him.
Yeah,
I'm on the same way, but step it up. And don't be so mean to the scrubs. The men you call scrubs, it's like now, like a garbage man is garbage. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? The electrician ain't shit. They high value man and shit. What about a nigga that works in the trades that's got steady income? You know what I'm saying? He's doing this thing, he works hard, he takes care of his family. What's wrong with that? Everybody is not, this YouTube and shit and all this bullshit got motherfuckers so pumped up on what success is. It's got it all fucked up, man. Success is taking care of your family and holding down your shit. You know what I'm saying? No matter what your income is, man, it's about your character. And I don't know.
Exactly, and every once in a while you might find yourself at the Flying Boot on 38th, right off of like J Street, and we're in Tacoma, and all that shit's out the door, man. Because real life is real life, and we got to remember that sometimes this shit gets sensationalized too.
Exactly.
And it's all about getting clicks, views, likes, subscribes.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. You got to understand, man. This dude is at the end of the day an entertainer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's not a psychiatrist. You know what I'm saying? He's not a practicing fucking. He's just a guy, just like us, sitting down taking phone calls, man. He's just doing it at a higher level, and people are mad about it, man. But I salute dude. You know what I mean? I see a lot of people mad at him right now, man. But I think he did a good thing, man, because I seen him from the beginning. I seen where he started at, man. It wasn't nobody. He didn't have a call-in show. That's the importance of a call-in show, man. If somebody calls in, you got to be ready to talk that shit. You know what I'm saying, to that person. You can't have people calling in and you have nothing to say, man. That's such a higher level of the game than just making scripted videos and shit like that. You really got to be able to talk, and he can talk. He's good.
Yeah, I mean, shit. He won't talk if there ain't enough people involved.
Exactly, man. You got to be ready to talk that shit, man. That's an art form right there, man. Salute to Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, salute. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, hey.
I done seen a lot of people hating on dude, man. Damn, I just almost went bad. I done seen a lot of people hating on dude, man. Like this dude, Tommy. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tommy Sotomayor, or whatever the fuck. He had kind of like the same little platform before, and Tommy swears up and down that Kevin Samuels stole his formula and shit. But it's like, nah, man, he doesn't cuss. You know what I mean? If you look at everything about dude, man, he's put himself together, his public image, really good. You know what I mean? He's always sharp, he don't cuss. He's not vulgar. Like when he tells women about himself, he's not cussing at them and shit. He ain't calling them bitches and shit like that. He's articulating himself very well, man. He's getting his point across. I think people's just hot.
He's
man.
actually real civilized. I mean, if you think about it, when anybody calls him, he maintains a lot of civility, and that's important,
Yeah, man, he's doing
because really he's just talking. I mean, we should always talk about this kind of shit and really get it out in the open, because over the last 30, 40 years, men have been kind of ran through the mud, man, and what men are able to do with their own situations, everything seems to be centered on everything else. Like you even said, the idea of a man who made it, having all these women is something that's celebrated, but what a lot of these guys' points is that it ain't even about that. It's about making yourself something. You know what I mean? Having a goal.
Yeah, but it's
creating yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
And
it's
then
the
all
women
that other shit comes with it.
It's the women that's calling in. I mean, just think about it, man. We need some people to call in right now, man. 206-771-9229.
Come on, man.
How many phone calls do we get a show, man? We need more phone calls.
Share your thoughts with us.
Imagine if we were just sitting here taking phone calls from women, helping them with their relationships. You know what I mean?
I know. Come on, we're here to help.
Kevin has made a lane for himself that is unmatched, man. He really did his thing, man. Salute to him, man. Can't take nothing from him.
Hey, man, you got any good Cinco de Mayo stories?
Cinco de Mayo story. I got a good Cinco de Mayo story, man. Are you familiar? Of course you're familiar. We went there before for my birthday, man. Shout out to you. The Matador.
Yes.
This had to be about 2017. So the Matador on Cinco de Mayo, I don't know about now, but back before COVID, they would take that little side street right there and they would block that off with a fence and have a big ass fucking party. You know what I'm saying? It's the Matador, man. It's a really nice, I don't know if it's Mexican so much as Tex-Mex or something. It's some funny Mexican food. You know what I mean? It's whatever. It's just decent. But we went to the Matador. It was hella hard to get in that motherfucker, man. And we got lucky enough to get the one last table that was left. Like, we came in just as someone was leaving. Now, it's packed like people rubbing their ass across your backpack. You know what I mean? Like, it's packed in this motherfucker. Pack. And we sitting there, we order our drinks and shit. We drinking. And this, like a middle-aged white man comes up to us. And he's like, hey, guys, can I sit with you guys? And, we all cool. We're like, yeah, whatever, man, sit with us and shit, man. So we sat there and we drank and we kicked it. We talked to him a little bit, but he mostly just listened to us and just vibed with us. You know what I'm saying? We was having a hella good time. And, he got up, said goodbye after a couple hours or whatever. He left. Thank you guys for letting me sit here or whatever. And at the end of the night, man, we went to go pay the tab. And the waitress was like, hey, the owner paid for you guys. You guys are good. It was like the owner. Man, the whole time that dude was the motherfucker that owned the Matador. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about it was like me and 6 friends. You know what I'm saying? I can't even imagine what that fucking tab was. Like, we pulling out money trying to piece, all right, you had to this, you had to tequila. You know what I mean? Like, we had a stupid tab going. And yeah, he paid it and shit, man. He was the owner, and she gave us a little note from him, like, you know, anytime that you come back, just, you know, show this note or whatever type. Like, on some real shit, like, you know, just show this note, and I got you. And it's like, man,
damn.
Just random Cinco de Mayo love, man. Because, I mean, it was that packed in there to where the motherfucker that owned it couldn't sit down. Like, man, it was jumping at the Matador. The Matador be having it. It be having it lit for Cinco de Mayo, man. That was my favorite.
That was Cinco de Mayo?
That was my favorite Cinco de Mayo, bro. Like, because we didn't have to pay our tab. Because I usually will try to pick up the tabs. If I'm out with like 2 or 3 friends, I got it. I got it. You know what I mean? Like, I usually get a discount at most places I go to anyway. But that time, I didn't know nobody in Matador. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't picking up that tab. I didn't want to pay for my own drinks and shit. And he got us all, man. I'm talking about, man, a table full of motherfuckers, at least 5 or 6. So that was live.
Slap yarmulkes, a classy man.
And it was a good ass fucking time, man.
Picking up the tab for his friends, man, like a true class act.
Well, if you come out with me, I feel like I'm responsible for you.
Yeah. You know, we've been out there and done that a few times.
I'm saying, like,
I say the lobster shop?
For instance, when you come, well, we go back, me and you go back and forth, man. We go back and forth paying for shit. But I'm saying, if you come to me, you know what I mean? You live far away from me. So when you come into town, it's kind of like, you know, it's on me to show you a good time. Now, if I came up there to you, it's your turn to show me a good time. You know, like, that's how it works. Yeah. With adult friends. I didn't know that shit when I was younger, man.
True. Except for that one time at the Korean barbecue spot, because we both threw down.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, remember the Korean barbecue spot? That was not Cinco de Mayo, but I'll tell you what, it felt like it.
Man, fuck, man, Cinco de Mayo, that was like the worst day of my life, man. That was the day when we ate all them fucking spare ribs.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, so look, where would we go? Where were we at? Kirkland?
Nah, we were in Everett.
So we were in Everett. I live in Tacoma. I go up to Everett with Burns, man. I go because he told me that he had a spot that gave you all day spare ribs. It's Korean barbecue.
Yeah.
Now, if you're familiar with Korean barbecue, you know they get stingy with the spare ribs after a while. You know what I mean? You can have all the rest of that shit all day. It's all you can eat, but this is all you can eat of spare ribs. Like, you done after this. You know what I'm saying? Nah, this place just kept bringing them. And kept bringing them and kept bringing them. Like, I ate so much of the motherfuckers, I got like meat sickness. I don't even know. I was fucked up. But the worst part about it is I was on my motorcycle. I rode up there on my bike. So, you know, me and Burns, we sitting there for like 2 hours just stuffing ourselves, man. And it's time to leave. Now, first of all, I got this tight ass motorcycle jacket. I'm trying to lose weight to fit into. You know what I mean? You know, fat boy status on my bike.
They fit into it that day.
Man, I went, and as soon as I went to sit on my bike and button that button, I felt it, man. My stomach was, my shit was bubbling, man. Bubbling. And I had to ride all the way back from Everett to Tacoma, having to take a shit. Man, it was a couple times where I just contemplated, because when I hit Seattle, I got traffic. You know what I'm saying? Right on that bridge from, like, you know, the U district, that little bridge. Traffic started right there, right? I'm on the bridge. I'm looking around like, man, where can I shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to weave between these cars and shit. Man, finally traffic let up. I had the shit so bad, man. My bike was shaking. I'm on the bike like, I can't do this shit. I'm gonna pull over, and I don't like taking public shits, man. So I actually pulled off the freeway and went to an AM/PM, and I went in the bathroom. Somebody already shitted on the toilet seat, so I jumped back on my bike, man. It's like turtle. It's bad, man. It's bad.
Prairie dog.
I had this shit so bad, man. I got home. You remember when you had a BMX back in the day, and you would ghost ride that bitch? I basically ghost rolled my motorcycle into the grass and ran in the fucking house and took a shit with I took a shit with my helmet on, man. I had this shit so bad. I took a shit with my helmet still on. I didn't even notice I had the motherfucker on still, man. it was hella bad, man.
Oh man.
I don't know
You
how.
shit with your helmet on.
I took a
man.
shit with
Damn.
my motorcycle jacket,
Damn,
helmet,
bro.
all that shit, man. Oof, my God. I couldn't believe I made it, bro. That's a long ass ride to have to shit.
Hey man, that was so much damn Korean food, man. For real, like we did it
ate
big time
stupid,
too, man.
bro. Like we ate so much. It was to the point to where I was probably full an hour in, but we just kept talking and going like, oh man, fuck it, bring some more.
those ribs. Bring
more
those goddamn ribs.
This will never happen again in life. Bring some more, man. We just kept
Man,
going.
for real. There's something about it though, like when you go to this spot,
man.
because
I'll never
man,
forget
shout
that.
out to Ari Yang.
That's what it's called,
Korean
Ari
barbecue.
Yang?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
They got a couple
you got
of
it.
them.
You got it. That shit was
But
popping.
man, I'll tell you what, something about having that endless supply of short ribs.
Hey, you know what's funny?
Man.
That's probably that ain't the last buffet, but that shit kind of soured me on buffets after that. It's funny though, cause I had that shit.
real.
I had that shit happen on South Tacoma Way one time, man. I fucking that's why I don't like Korean barbecue, man. I don't fuck with the shrimp no more, cause one time they brought me and my son the shrimp, and you know, I don't know how to fucking cook. I've had a woman all my life, you know. I don't cook for myself, and I don't know. Maybe I just didn't cook the shrimp enough, man. But I barely made it. I barely made it from South Tacoma Way to my house one
shit.
time.
You got the PGs.
I almost shit in my truck, man. My son was laughing and shit. He's like, man, what's wrong with you? And I'm in the chair just jumping like, man, we got to get home.
hey,
Yeah.
that's the man. That's
Hey,
tough stuff right
Korean
there.
barbecues be fucking with my life, bro. I'm telling you.
Hey, buffets in general, though, bro. Like, man, me and my man Clout Chaser got a good buffet story. You remember that shit, Clout? So one time, me, Clout, and Raven, shout out to Raven Nevermore once again. It's way back in the day. We go to the South Hill Mall. We're all wearing football jerseys, right? And we go up into the Macy's or whatnot. And they're like, "Oh my God, there's a bunch of Seahawks here, right?" Because we're all fucking broad-shouldered and shit. But our whole mission was to we were dropping something off, and then we was gonna go to the what was it, Clout? The Muckleshoot Casino?
Was it?
I think so, because the Muckleshoot Casino had a seafood buffet. I'm not sure if they still do with COVID or if they will, but they had the Alaskan king crab legs, all that shit, right? Like all the seafood.
Yeah.
And Raven had told us about it, so we were like, "What's up?" So you know, we pre-funked a little bit. We rolled out there, and then we went up in, and they had cold crab legs, right?
Oh, so we figured
And our guy Raven, he takes the whole plate and he brings it, and then he calls the server over, right? And he says, "Hey, can you warm the crab legs up for us and bring us a couple of cups of butter, like melted butter?" And they're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah. Heat up the crab legs." So they go and do it, and then they bring it back. Do you remember this, Clout?
Mm-hmm.
Man, bro, I'll tell you what, Slap. We was sitting there eating plates and plates of crabs, like crab legs galore, right? And it was just a pile of shells. And it was so funny though, because the look on their face was priceless, because they thought they was getting away with it by serving it all cold, right?
take me up.
But our guy Raven was like, "Nah, heat them shits the fuck up and bring them out piping hot too." That's what he said. He's like, "Bring them out piping hot." And they came out piping hot, steaming and all that shit. And man, we was there for a long time.
I know you told me this story on the podcast before, man. Shout out to Raven, man, because I never
the
knew that
Muckleshoot?
It was somewhere. Maybe it wasn't
me and
Muckleshoot.
Raven got a second story because we went
Okay,
to
maybe
the
it was that
Tulalip.
one.
Nah, man, because the Tulalip Casino has a real good seafood buffet.
I like Tulalip.
Hey, and that's the one thing about Vegas. They didn't have none of them buffets out. Like all the buffets was closed. And it kind of sucked, man. I wish that we had it, but I'm with you though. After that Ariang, man, I'm kind of been soured on buffets too. It's just not worth it, man. It's too much of a gut buster.
Hey man,
You know
did we lose Blogger?
I don't know. Seems like he walked away, huh?
Oh, okay. Well, shit, man. Why are we talking, man? Fuck this, man. What? We don't have a subject, right? Let me pose a question to you, man. Let me ask you something, man. Say like, just for instance, man. Let's make a scenario, man. Say like you got a friend, right?
Uh-huh.
And your friend has a girlfriend, right?
Okay.
And your friend's girlfriend just happens to be a friend to you all outside of them being boyfriend and girlfriend, right? Like you're all friends before they meet up or whatever. What would be the code of conduct after that? Does that change the way that you're friends with the girl? So say like you guys were a group of friends, and then within your group of friends, 2 other friends started dating. Do you stop being friends with that friend out of respect for their relationship? Like,
I don't think so. I think it depends on, how good of a friend you are with whoever the person is, and whoever the other person is. So, as an example, you said if your homeboy started dating a girl that you was already friends with, right?
yeah.
It just depends on how close of friends you were with that girl. As an example, say you grew up with that girl. Say she was your best friend's little sister. You know what I mean? She's like family.
Yeah.
All those things make a difference. If it's just some random chick, that's way different than if you guys was actually close throughout your whole life.
Well, I'm saying in that situation, it wouldn't really be a random chick. I said trick. Chick. It wouldn't be a random chick because you guys were already friends. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys were already friends. So within friends, like our last episode or whatever, not the slap is heartbroken one, man. I'm still heartbroken. But the one before that, is it ever okay to date your friend's ex? I feel like a continuation of this shit that's going on in my actual life. Is it ever going to turn out good in that situation? I think no, man. I think you cannot date within the circle of friends, man. It just brings too much fuckery.
Yeah, man. I think that you're right. You're right in a certain extent. I think that a lot of people have to be mature, though. Like, you just have to look at it for what it is, right? How good of a friend are you with somebody? And if you're going to start dating some chick who's real close with a whole bunch of people, like a crew, how much communication are you going to give to people? How much are you going to invest in actually making relationships with other people? Because for everybody who's a friend with somebody, it's not our responsibility to go and cater to your needs. If you got ego problems or you're all sensitive to certain shits or you making shit up in your head, that's kind of on you. You know what I mean? You got to be upfront and talk to people and try to really understand the gravity of everything before you start jumping to conclusions. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just a quick little question. I just had to ask because everything that we do, like every topic that I bring up, you know what I mean? It's usually some type of parallel to my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've
same here.
Not necessarily me dating friends because I don't do that, man. I couldn't. I fucked up in the past, and I've dated my friend's girl or baby mama or whatever. Not even so much dated, man. I humped on, I'd say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've done it. But I learned real quick why you don't do that. You know what I mean? Those are lessons that you learn early in life, man. I think for grown people, I'm starting to see in life, man, a lot of the problems that dudes have with each other, like even rappers and shit, man, they all hump the same girls. Why do people fuck with the same women?
Yeah, expand your horizons. You know what I'm saying? It's a big ass world, billions of people in here, and we're all gonna sit around fucking with the same pack of cigarettes. It's just kind of stupid.
Man,
I think it's low ball.
We busting down Lucy's. Like, what's going on, man? Hey, what's up with that?
But
man?
I think it's fucked up in the idea that, you know what I mean. Everybody kind of, we always want to make people targets, say a girl is an easy target in a crew. Say if everybody grew up with a girl and then somebody becomes her man.
What if the girl ain't a target? What if the girl is just as grimy as us?
True, and that's something that buyer beware, right? You better be careful before you step into the pit. But that being said, that just goes to show how people don't do their homework. But what I'm saying is say we all grew up with a girl who was our friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of our other friends came along and decided they wanted to date her.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That shouldn't mean that we should stop being friends with that girl. I don't think it's fair to say, especially at a certain age, if we all only knew each other for a couple of years, I could understand that. But if we've all known each other our whole damn lives, and all of a sudden a girl start dating some dude, and the dude come around and act like we can't fucking be friends with her no more, or something's wrong with that, that's kind of weird. I think that's weird, because if you put the shoe on the other foot, everybody would say the dude was tricking. If everybody was homeboys with some dude and then like one of our sisters went and started dating him, and then now he can't fuck with us no more, wouldn't you be like, man, what's wrong with our homeboy? He's acting funny, right?
Yeah. Yeah, man, I've seen the fallout behind that type of shit, man. I just want to say, man, I just want to make a public service announcement to the however many people are watching right now, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fuck with your friend's ex, man. It's just going to make shit complicated.
Hey, you had a caller who said it best on that episode. At the very end, you had a caller who came in and they said that if it was a real friend, that they wouldn't do it. And I believe in that. That I think with loyalty and respect to your friends, if you knew you had an ex who you had kids with, or you had an ex who you actually had feelings for, who was somebody who hit your heart, you would never date that person.
Well, not only that, man. You give that motherfucker too much. You give the woman in that situation too much power. You know what I'm saying? Because now she's had both of you. She has the power over both of you motherfuckers. Like, imagine if you could just say something to somebody and fuck up their whole day. You know what I mean? Yeah. You could say one little sentence and fuck a nigga maybe his whole life up. You know what I'm saying? From one little thing that you said, there's too much power in that. You know what I mean? You can't give somebody that much power, and most normal, responsible people on the other end wouldn't do it neither. Like, say, like, I was with a girl, and then her friend wanted to talk to me. I wouldn't fuck with her friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bitch, that's crazy. That's weird. I'm saying as a 45-year-old man. You know what I mean? I'm a grown-ass man. Maybe in my 20s or something like that. Or younger. Yeah, younger. Of course. But as a responsible adult, man, just don't do it, man. And with that, man, let's be out, man. We done lost vlogger, man. I just want to say, man, don't do it, man. Cut the bullshit, man. Stop fucking with your friends' exes and being mad about where they go, man. Cut it out, man. It's ugly. Hey, man, we about to jump on We Gaming, though, man. We about to stream live, man, with the little green screen or whatever, man. We about to jump on Call of Duty, man. We about to get on there, man. You know what I mean? Just slap. We going on live.
Just slap. And Cash App, slap 253. Hey, don't forget, catch us next time. We Radio Show, man.
Peace out.
Hey, another good one, man. Peace.
Peace.